Hey guys, welcome to my Mexico vlog. We stayed in Tulum town. This is kind of like a intro to my intro, but I wanted to just say we stayed in Tulum town over the Tulum resort area, which we found was firstly more affordable. It's a little more authentic in terms of like being able to mix with the locals. We ate some of the best food that was so affordable. The people here are so nice. We felt super safe. Like at like 11 p.m. last night we were watching a volleyball game and everyone's just hanging out. There's food stands everywhere. People here are so sweet. And just because when we were doing our research, we were like, what happens in Tulum town? Because we felt like we couldn't find very many vlogs. It was all very Instagram aesthetic Tulum resort area, which is very beautiful. We spent the day here today. It was great. But if you are looking into Tulum town, I absolutely recommend it. I will have a blog post and potentially some more information down below with like my kind of do's and don'ts or things to keep an eye out for, but overall we had an incredible time in Tulum town. So if you're like, where the hell are the Tulum town vlogs? I try to cover what I can. I'm not Expedia, but yeah, we had a great time, so let's get into it. Good morning, welcome to Mexico vlog. We arrived late last night, so we didn't go to bed till close to 3. It's now almost 8:30 a.m. Having what is this, cafe au lait, because I always need to make sure I have some kind of coffee product for immediately. There's actually an espresso in our room, but we decided to come back to Mexico. Last year we went to Playa del Carmen, Bacalar, Mahahual, had an incredible time. I will link those vlogs down below, and we really love it here. It's easily accessible from Toronto. The flights are affordable. Airbnbs in Mexico, I've been just harping on this to everybody I know personally, but they have such good Airbnbs in like the touristy areas anyway. So this time around we wanted to go a little different, or I did. So we are just like about 10 minutes outside Tulum town. I wanted a private pool, so we came here. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's kind of like they've just taken a section off the side of the road and turned it into a little oasis, but 135 Canadian a night. Our flights were like under $500, and then hear those birdies. And then when we booked our flights, Air Canada did that kind of like prompt where it's like, oh, you're gone for these dates, and it popped up that there was a car rental for $89 for the entire week, which is insane. It wasn't like any deal or anything. I don't know if it's right before March break, but it's a tiny car. But we don't plan on doing as much driving as we did last year, so so here is the outdoor space. There's like a bunch of villas, and then you come in, and here is like the main room. So this bed is gigantic. It's like a king size bed. We've obviously kind of set up shop here. We just got back from the grocery store. But yeah, so we've got like a mini fridge, an espresso, and then some closets, which is great. So we'll pop our luggage in there. Clearly a fan of Neutrogena sunscreen. Bought a bunch of chips and some fruit from like the nicest guy ever. The fruit is okay. It's called a mama, I think he said, or something. I'm probably butchering it. But here is kind of the selling point for me. So we've got the nice big bed, and they just came and cleaned up the room. So that's the bed there. But then we have this private pool, and it's so nice. And then we've got this great outdoor space here. Really, like, I know I already said, but the Airbnbs in Mexico are so good. And then through here. And it seems to be less mosquitoes as well. I might have spoken too soon, but then here's the bathroom. So the bathroom is like kind of a bit outdoorsy. So you got the sink here, gorgeous like kind of outdoor shower with like gold fixtures, and then the toilet over here. So I was a little scared to come out and pee here this morning at like 6 when I woke up. But yeah, and then yeah, so it's really, really nice. And it's funny, we were gonna have like a couple drinks this afternoon and then just enjoy ourselves. We're not big drinkers. Here's Nems, you haven't seen him, whole vlog.
Hello,
there he
guys,
is.
how's it going?
Where's the rum? Bought a bunch of interesting snacks. I can never resist when I'm in a new country. These are some kind of habanero chili chips with some plain chips. These are dehydrated mango with chili. This looks crazy. It's elote, so it says it's a hard candy lollipop with chili powder on it. And then got some like interesting drinks, some fruit drinks, and then yeah, so this is the rum we bought. We don't drink, ever. But this was the smallest bottle of rum they had. And it was, like the bottle that was 3 times the size of this was I think 140 pesos, which is about $10 maybe, we'll say. Right?
No, it's 20 bucks. 100 pesos. Oh yeah, 100 pesos is $7.
Yeah. So double that is 14. Yeah, so 14. Less than $14. Oh my god, the conversion math. But yeah, so this was, I don't know how much, but less than $10. And that's the smallest one we had. Oh, there it is. Should order quickly before we lose power again. So we are just on our way to dinner at HARTWOOD Tulum. This is the place that everyone's like, you have to go to. It's like a really kind of bougie, I guess, expensive, or I don't know, high-end place, we'll say, but you need to book reservations like a month in advance. You've got to email them. So hopefully it's gonna be good. It's down in, so we're staying in Tulum town. This restaurant is in like the Tulum resort area, which we drove through last year. And the one thing I feel like everyone talks about going to Tulum, oh my god, Tulum, 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 but nobody talks about how busy it is down there. And we didn't really like it. We were really enjoying Tulum town. If you've never been to Mexico, basically, you can fly into Cancun and drive a straight road, straight shot to obviously Cancun, Playa, Tulum. You can go down a little bit further, like we did, to Bacalar, Mahahual, which makes it really easy to get around here, which is awesome. But the Tulum place is basically like one street with tons of gorgeous restaurants, shops, resorts. It's really adorable. But it is so jam-packed with cars. There's only one way in and one way out, so it's constant traffic. And then you have foot traffic, you have bike traffic. So just something to keep in mind that I had never ever heard anybody mention. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but just something to know. And if you are going there and staying on a resort, it's probably nice because you've got your access to the beach and stuff. But where we like to like move around and drive a lot, it's not ideal for us. So that's why we've really enjoyed Tulum town, which I think is something people should consider if you haven't. But today was a little bit chilly, so we didn't do a ton. So something to keep in mind is it's good to have either American money, Mexican pesos even better, but you can transfer your money when you're here. Canadian money is basically useless. So yeah. we just left dinner. What do you think?
It was amazing.
It was really good. Food was really good, but it was very expensive. Well, not very expensive. It was, you know, fancy restaurant prices,
yeah.
But the servings were gigantic. You got octopus, it was like 2 of them.
Two octopus, yeah.
And I got ribs.
2 octopi.
2 octopi, it was huge. Now we're having gelato at this place called, I don't know, ORAGAMI. We got passion fruit, freaking love passion fruit. And pistachio. But we just stopped into a pharmacy. If you've never been to Mexico, at the pharmacies here, my video probably gets demonetized, but you can buy
then people on the street.
And then we left this, so we left the pharmacy, and then some guy comes up and he's like, and we're like, no thanks, and then he's like, starts like listing off all these other drugs. I'm like, if we don't want weed, why would we want? We're like, no, we actually want the hardest drugs you can get.
Wait, what did you say?
We don't want those starter drugs.
The last thing you said.
And then
Where,
and then another guy came up and asked us for it. So like, look at the traffic. So it's just like, it's super cute down here, but it'd be so much cuter if it was like all pedestrian zone or just less cars. It's like traffic everywhere. There was like a big water truck in the middle of the road backing up and everyone's beeping. So it's like all these adorable restaurants. Everything's like outdoors and so cute, but the traffic kind of ruins it a little bit. But it is very cute here.
Yeah.
We were super full, but then we saw gelato. So we're just gonna sit here and watch the traffic.
Enjoy the view.
And turn down drugs.
Count the car.
Say no to drugs, kids. So we are just getting ready to head out to dinner. Today's the first like really sunny day that we've had besides our first day here. Like you saw, I woke up, I came outside, had my coffee. I haven't been able to do that the past couple of days. It's been like cold and kind of cloudy, so we haven't actually had much sun time, but today we laid out in the sun for a little bit, which was awesome. That lunch we had today was so good. That place had a huge lineup, so we were like, okay, we should go check it out. We didn't like Google it or anything. We're like, you know what, the lineup is recommendation enough, and it ended up being so good. Super cheap too, but there's tons of cheap places to go. And I also wanted to mention, when we were here last year, I don't know if it was because we were closer to the water, but I got eaten alive by mosquitoes, and knock on wood, I haven't been bitten this time around. I might have one tiny bite. Yeah, we are getting ready to head to dinner now. We're actually going to drive into Playa del Carmen, which is just over an hour away. A subscriber of mine, actually someone on Instagram, messaged me when I asked for recommendations, and they were like, there's a restaurant in a cave, and I was like, I have to go. So we're going to drive into Playa tonight to go for dinner. So basically, I don't know how this vlog looks like to you, but essentially we've been napping and we've been eating, more or less. That's all we've been doing, which I really enjoy, because a lot of our vlogs, you know, we're driving down dirt roads, exploring, trying to find beaches, and while that is fun, it is not always relaxing. So this has been a really nice, relaxing vacation. So we're getting ready to head to dinner in Playa, and we really love Playa. I absolutely recommend Playa if you're looking for a place to go in Mexico. But yeah, let's go. Also, I forgot to say, when we came here last year, we had almost no cold days, so we weren't expecting it. So we don't have any like warm clothes essentially, but we've been freezing at night because our bed only has a bed sheet on it. So we've been using our beach towels, because we haven't been at the beach, to cover ourselves up, wearing hoodies. And because our pool is not really heated, it's supposed to be like heated by the sun, and when it's really hot outside, getting into like a cooler pool is quite nice. We haven't been able to make use of our pool as much as we like. It's not a big deal, like we're still having an amazing time, but just things to keep in mind. Food tour of Mexico continues of Tulum. Yeah. This is tamarind and what looks to be chili. I don't know. And you got a mango on a stick. Oh.
Matches my shirt. How's that?
What? It's like really sour?
Yeah.
But then maybe salty chili on the outside? Try it.
I think I will hate it.
I think you'll hate it, but try it. Try it, come on. In a new country, we try new things. Keep chewing it, it changes, it changes. Right? Kind of gets better for a second. We love, whenever we come like down south, we love anything passion fruit flavored, or passion fruit, and tamarind. So good. Like tamarind sauces and tamarind ribs that I had the other night.
Yeah, but this is so and so. It's too intense for me. Just like a spice on a stick.
But it's not spicy. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, maybe a little. Maybe a little. Oh, like what you like to make. Oh, I shouldn't lick my finger. Try not to die out in these streets. How's the mango?
It's great.
Mango's so freaking good here. Oh my god. And we had amazing tacos. They were 10 pesos each. At a super like traditional kind of local place. That's one thing we noticed a lot about Mexico is, oh, at least in Tulum and Playa, Tulum town, is a lot of the restaurants have a really good mix, depending on where you go, besides the cave place last night. Really good mix of locals and tourists, which I love, because sometimes when we're in like the rest of the Caribbean countries, it's a little bit hard to find like places that like everybody kind of goes to. That's not just like some local like touristy kind of place, for a better experience. And yeah, everywhere has a really good mix of both, and service has been amazing everywhere. Always really fast to get your food, but for some reason really slow to get your bill. Like almost everywhere we've been, food has come out so fast, no matter how fancy or like cheap and local and busy the place is. Food always comes immediately, but then getting your bill can take like 30 minutes. I don't know. I don't know if that's like a thing here. It's happened everywhere besides today. We had a really good server today. We loved him. Everyone's been great, but the bills, man, they take forever. This is the most bizarre thing I've ever eaten. I kind of like it. So we just left a really good dinner, and now I'm eating churros, which was one thing I wanted to eat before we left. I've had them before, but now we're just watching a volleyball game. It's 11 p.m. on a Monday. There's like kids at the park. Nobody sleeps here, which I love. It's like always super lively. we are just getting ready to head to the airport now. It was our last day today and we spent an amazing day at ZIGGYS Beach Club. We had planned to go somewhere else, but we wanted somewhere with a little bit more secure looking parking. It's 50 USD minimum spend, so basically you get access to the beach, the showers, a great like bed to hang out on, and we actually didn't meet our $50 USD and they didn't charge us any extra, which I think is super cool because we were kind of stranded leaving our Airbnb today. So we had a really good experience here. I was gonna get a massage here, but then next door at Salinas, I think it is, we actually went to lunch there last year. Oddly enough, they had cheaper massages and it was the best massage I've ever had in my life. It was amazing. But yeah, getting ready to head to the airport. I will of course show you my reunion with the kiddies when we get back. I cannot wait to see them, but this was an incredible trip. Overall, absolutely recommend staying in Tulum town because, like I believe I said in the beginning of this vlog, there's not a whole lot of vlogs on Tulum town. It's all very much down here where we are now, which is a gorgeous area, but Tulum town has so much to offer. I feel like it's a little bit more authentic in terms of like mixing with the locals, which we really love to do. And the locals, Mexican people here, just some of the nicest people you've ever met. Truly, some of the people we've interacted with, even though like we don't speak the same language, it's just been amazing. And shout out to you guys, because just some of the best people in the world. I'm gonna hop on the flight and see the cats. Okay, see you later. Hi! Look who it is. It's the nugget of all nugget cats.
Where's my cat? Where's my cat? Where's my cat? What's up?
Where's your sister? We left the bed a mess on purpose. Vlog.
What's up?
So that Emily could bury herself.
Hey, what's up?
Home with my nuggets. Home with my nuggets. Oh, Emily, please. Please. Everyone, please. It's 3 a.m. We made it home. I've never been happier. Plants look half dead. What's new? Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, wow, the plants are so dead. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook @SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.